Laken Riley's death has sparked calls for immigration reform here in Georgia and across the nation. Georgia lawmakers have been on the front lines in the fight to pass tougher immigration laws. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is live at the state capitol. And Deidre, you sat down with House Speaker John Burns on the eve of this somber one-year anniversary.
And I spoke one-on-one with Speaker Burns about immigration reform and how Laken's murder has led to tougher immigration laws, not only here in Georgia, but across the country. Laken Riley's murder weighs heavy on the mind of House Speaker John Burns.
A beautiful young lady with such a promising life in front of her that was ended way too soon.
The Georgia General Assembly was in the midst of the 2024 legislative session when the 22-year-old nursing student was killed by an illegal immigrant in Athens last February.
Certainly, it's one of those things that when things like this hit close home, it really makes it even more meaningful.
Laken's murder sparked renewed calls for tougher immigration laws at the state and federal level. Speaker Burns and Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones joined President Trump and Laken's parents in Washington, D.C. earlier this month as the president signed the Laken Riley Act into law. Georgia Congressman Mike Collins sponsored the legislation.
And President Trump's done just what he said he would do. He's addressed the issue and signed the bill, but we're very proud of Mike Collins here from Georgia, who was the author of the bill, that ensures that tragedies like this won't happen again.
A man with an evil heart stole her life. He was in this country and in this state illegally.
Laken's family urged state lawmakers to strengthen Georgia immigration laws in the weeks following her death. The state legislature passed controversial House Bill 1105, which requires local jailers to check the immigration status of inmates and cooperate with federal immigration officials. Governor Kemp signed the bill into law in May.
What a fitting tribute and a difference her life and the loss of her and so early in life that will make a difference because of this legislation and the legislation we passed in Georgia. It'll make a difference as we protect citizens all across this nation.
And Governor Kemp issued a statement on the one-year anniversary of Laken's death, stating, "1 year ago, our whole state and nation were horrified by the tragic loss of Laken Riley. We continue to remember Laken and hold her grieving family in our hearts and prayers. Like them, we will never forget her life as her name lives on through the legislation that will prevent other families from having to endure that same pain." At the state capitol, Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Deidre, thanks.